A baby not gaining weight is a cause of concern for the parents and even healthcare providers. Now, when I talk about baby in this video, I'm talking about 6 months old that are just starting solids and toddlers. Now, there are many reasons why babies from 6 months old and above don't gain so much weight. I'm going to start with some of the reasons why, or some of the things that needs to be in place for them to gain healthy weight, adequate weight. You need nutrient dense foods, not the ordinary food would do, right? You need to be very intentional about what is going into their system for you to see results. You need a food that will support their immune system because their immune system is still developing, and more importantly, you need something that promotes brain development. These are very important. So in this video, I'll be talking about the classes of food that will be nutrient dense, support immune system, and help in brain development. If you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to be mentioning over 10 different Nigerian foods that will also fit into this goal. So let's get on this journey together. Now let's get into some of the reasons that babies do not gain weight, right? This will help us better understand how we're going to incorporate the classes of food I want to talk about. So the first reason that a baby might not gain weight, remember that I'm talking about 6 months old baby that is just starting solid up to toddlers and above. Number one is poor appetite, and I'm going to tell you the remedy for the poor appetite in this same video. Not getting enough food, right? And you see the child crying regularly. Food is not nutrient dense. You have to be intentional about what is going into the food you are giving them. Illness, or the food is not appetizing, that is not prepared in a way that might be visually pleasing or even tasty to the baby. Now we want to look at some of those foods that are guaranteed, those food classes that are guaranteed to give the weight gain that you want, the healthy weight gain. We're going to start with fruits, and the reason why we're starting with fruits is because it contains a lot of vitamins, antioxidants, which is needed for overall growth, needed for cell repair, and needed for the immune function of the baby. So another beautiful thing is that fruits can be made into smoothies, it can be added to cereals. The next one is weight gain pap, Tom Brown. I preach Tom Brown every time on this channel. I'll be linking a recipe video for Tom Brown in the description. Fish, crayfish, prawns, dry fish, however you want to look at them. I always ground this and add it to porridge, whether it's beans porridge, yam porridge, plantain porridge. I sometimes add it to my Tom Brown pap. Now they contain omega-3 fatty acid, which is very important for brain development. We have a lot of children coming up with calcium disorders, bone disorders. Yogurt, milk, any dairy product is going to help with that. We now have nuts. Nuts are very good because they contain zinc, potassium, magnesium, things that you ordinarily will not see in other foods. Those trace minerals and vitamins that you need, right? You can find them a lot in nuts. Another thing I like is sweeteners. Use dates, natural sweeteners. So it comes in date powder or date syrup. Then we have proteins. Let's start with eggs. Eggs are very important for babies and toddlers. So now we're going to cereal. For cereal, I really like oats because you can incorporate a lot of things into them. Multivitamins are important, especially for children that do not have appetite. Now let's go into those Nigerian foods I talked about that will help your baby gain weight. Number one, potato porridge. You can add fish, you can add vegetables. Plantain porridge. Once your baby wants to start solid, you should start with our own local foods. Porridge, add vegetable, add salt, minimal pepper, just to give them that savory taste so that they don't grow up rejecting a lot of food. If you are team, we don't like eating beans in our house, you need to stop that. Beans is very important for growing children, especially even when you're weaning your child. You might not give too much so that it doesn't upset their stomach, but normalize giving them beans. Add a lot of crayfish, add fish if you can, take out the bones, mash it properly, and introduce them to it. Now, swallow is another thing that you have to introduce when you're weaning your baby. And to toddlers, things like okra and ogbono contain a lot of iron, lots and lots of iron. Our green vegetables also contain a lot of iron, and we'll make sure that they are not anemic and they have the right nutrients in their body. I also have things like garden egg sauce, potato and egg stew, different things, rice and fish sauce, that can just help make sure that your baby has the right development and healthy weight. Make sure you do not skip fish. Fish contains omega-3 fatty acid that helps in the production of DHA, which is very good for brain development. So make sure you're incorporating fish one way or the other in their diet. Remember, if you are giving cereal, don't give plain cereal. Add banana, add apples, add something to eat. At the end of the day, if you've exclusively breastfed your child, it can be difficult transitioning into solid foods, and we are here to guide you. Make sure you join our community for more videos like this. Bye.